We are offering these programs not expecting that families attend them or attend every single one, right? Like that is not something that for the schools I've worked at that like necessarily is important to the process. However, it is important if it is important to you. So if you want to go to the open house, and the benefit to attending an open house is you tend to hear from more students, you hear from administrators, faculty, and you get to dive deeper into the school than just a campus tour visit. If that's something you are looking for, then you should sign up for the open house. And that includes the virtual events too. If there is a virtual event that will answer some of your questions or things you're wondering about, then sign up for that virtual event. In my eyes, when I'm, reviewing an applicant and everything, to me, if they've attended an open house, I don't see that when I'm reading a file. So I don't know that information. I could look it up, but reading time is very busy. So we are focused in on really trying to figure out who this person is for the files that we're reading. And so in terms of the committee and admission side of things, for myself, I really see those programs as benefiting the applicants and their families and trying to understand the school. So if there's stuff you want to know and people you want to meet, go to those programs, sign up for those webinars. And if you're unable to, it is not a big deal. Like that is why, some of the virtual events too might be recorded like this one, so you could watch it at another time. But that is why, as I was mentioning before, there are those virtual tours online so you can see the campuses. Also, if you want that, authentic, real conversation, admissions counselors are there to connect you with people. So if there is an administrator you want to talk to, if it's the academic dean or, the director of Res Life or student activities, you should talk to those people and ask to be connected to those people, because even having a short 5-minute conversation with them might answer some of your questions. There are real limitations to people being able to travel to schools, to see the schools for various reasons. And so I hope families don't feel pressure like they have to show up to those events to show demonstrated interest, because mostly those events are designed to just be helpful for the family and applicant to better understand the school.
That's great. I would add, and not to put pressure on attending the events, but we recently researched and interviewed over 3,000 families who have gone through the process. And, when we asked them what was most influential in their decision-making process on selecting a school, on-campus events was the top answer, is getting to. So you had mentioned earlier, like the more time you give yourself to get to know the school, the better. And previous families who have gone through this saying, getting to visit the school, getting to talk and meet people was really what sealed the deal for us. So, if it isn't a barrier, in getting to the school for you, and it's something that you're able to do, based on what, other people are saying, I think it's a good idea to do it if you can.
And those events too extend beyond the initial part of the admissions process. It is into the second phase too of you get your acceptance letters. A lot of schools will have revisit days, and going back for those revisit days can be really helpful in making that final decision of where you want to go to school.